This is the update of the terrarium setup. I bought these interlinking blocks from the dollar store so that these shelves can sit a little bit higher and the terrarium can actually almost close. It's just a tiny gap where the humidifier wire goes. And these humidifiers work so much better for this purpose. They don't need to be covered, they're waterproof. All I need to do is occasionally just top up the water, clean out the terrarium. So super easy. The fern died, unfortunately. I didn't really expect it to make it, but there it is. The roots are looking really healthy. The moisture is actually being retained now that the lids close properly. So it's actually still humid inside. There was actually dew on the plants this morning, so that was really nice to see. After this, it took me a few days to learn how to give the orchid enough water. Here you can see the leaves are slightly dehydrated. There's deeper lines in them. This orchid needs more water than the air plants do. So after a few days of heavier misting, the leaves turned out a lot more plump, as you can see here, where the lines are pretty much gone. Typically, I turn on the humidifier for about an hour a day, sometimes breaking it up into a morning and evening session. A little while ago, I decided to trim the turtle vine, so it's had a haircut, and I decided to save the pieces and plant them together in the smaller, older terrarium. Seems to be going all right. So I'm doing a little terrarium maintenance today, and what I need to do is trim some of these roots. There are some roots that are getting a little brown and dried out, but there are these really healthy roots too, so we've got some of both going on. I'm happy to see new growth with this bare root situation, seeing as I've never tried it before. And I'm also going to give it some nutrition today. So that'll consist of a bath that I dip it into. I don't want to trim too many of the roots today because I'm a little in doubt as to what else is truly going rotten and what is not, because I'm seeing a lot of healthy roots here. So I'm just going to let it tell me when it needs some roots trimmed. So there's some new growth happening there, so looking good. I'm going to add a little bit of fresh worm compost and a very little bit of this. I generally don't care for Miracle-Gro products, but this one's made of all natural ingredients. Over the next 20 minutes, as this orchid sits in its nutrition bath, I'll go clean the terrarium and get it ready and get fresh water for the humidifier. I'll see how this goes over time, but I believe it will be beneficial to give the orchid a good soak once in a while for extra hydration. I've noticed this shelf gets a few rust spots where the welds are, so I'm just giving it a wipe dry before placing it back in the terrarium. Lately, I haven't featured the other plants as much, and it's just because they have gone to live at a friend's house who has much better lighting, much more space, and has added them to their beautiful jungle. I relocate too often to comfortably accommodate so many plants. Because I love these plants so much and they've been with me so many years, it means a lot to me that they are in a plant-loving home. The few plants I have left are my unfinished projects. Some of these may end up at my friend's place as well, but meantime I'm going to enjoy them as long as I have them.